guys, I've got on my cozy onesie. I figured I would share how I did this. This tree is one of my favorite trees in the entire house. It's like all whimsical white. I don't know what to title it, like winter white wonderland type of chaos. It's very cute. So I just got finished planning out a bunch of videos and I did a full plan with me, which if you're asking what that situation is, I will drop the link for that video down below. But one of the videos that I figured I would do was not only talking about the Candyland tree and the elf tree, how I did, but usually the other trees in the house kind of get left to the wayside. So I wanted to explain how I do this one, if this is more your vibe. Like in the main living room area, I have a lot of chaotic trees and a lot of elves and a lot of red and greens, but what if you don't want that? What if you want like a more modern, tone-on-tone, monochromatic, I don't know what other words I can use, but very like more simplistic tree in terms of color. It's not simplistic in terms of the chaos that is. Like, I don't know if it does it justice on the camera because it is so, there we go, I feel like that shows. And you know what else I love about this tree? Fastest tree in the house for me to decorate, because there's barely any ornaments, and any of the ornaments that are in here, I just throw them in. And it's so cute to do with like little ones because they can actually decorate it themselves with you, that you don't need to like guide them. You can just let them go crazy. So there's things like pom-pom sticks and stuff. It's super fun for little kids. So I'm gonna take you guys through how I did this step by step. I did like a full time lapse. I shared all of the decorations. So if that's something you guys wanna see, then just keep watching. Okay, I am so excited about this video because it starts off with a cocktail. So this really was what I did. I made myself a gingerbread martini and I wanted to share the recipe. So I used a butterscotch syrup, a gingerbread syrup from Amaretti, which I will link for you guys, and then I found a Bailey's vanilla and cinnamon cream, and I mixed that with a Ciroc vanilla, and it was so good. And then I lined the rimming with some gingerbread crumbs. So good. So I will leave the recipe down below for you guys. So what I did from there, I grabbed my drink, I brought it into my office, and I started putting up my tree. So this tree is so simple to put up. First of all, the tree itself is amazing. I usually put it away with the cotton all tucked into it. So these are just like snow layers. Like you can buy the fluff from anywhere. It's like snow fluff. And over the years, I've added a bit of it. Some of it falls out. But one of my fondest memories as a kid was when my mom would let me decorate the tree, and my part of decorating the tree was using little cotton balls, and I would like toss it into the tree and it basically looked like snow. So if you want to do this as a family and have your kids help out, it's such a great way to include them and you can't mess it up. The other thing that it does is it really fills out the tree so much. One thing that I always do with my trees is I buy these extra little branches. I prefer the ones that can actually plug into the wall, but this one does the trick, and it actually goes in the top of the tree along with a bunch of these little sticks. So this is what makes the tree so whimsical, is these like curly Q sticks, which you would get in either the floral department at Michael's, local craft store, or even a grocery store would have some of them. So over the years, I've accumulated some, I don't want to call them gold, they're almost, or silver, they're like a platinum color, they're very sparkly, kind of like a rose gold. I'd really call them like a platinum color, and they're so shimmery and so sparkly. I wish that the video would have picked it up better. And then the other thing that I got at Michael's, this was like in the Christmas picks department. I've shared this in a previous video, but these pom-poms are amazing. They look like little snowballs. And then I got a pack of these little white sparkly Christmas ornaments. And these, I don't even hang them, I just stuff them into the tree. So I also have all of these, like, this one really sparkles. These little branches that are all covered in glitter. So the tree really has some glitter in it, some rose gold, some gemstone branches. Like this one is so pretty, all from Michael's. And then you can just stick it into the tree in any which way, shape, or form. The other thing I picked up were these branches that were covered in snow and glitter. So I have just the ones with snow, and then I have some with pine cones that are a little bit less snowy. And then these extra large Christmas balls, which I got at HomeGoods / Marshalls. I have 4 of them now. I actually shared this in a HomeGoods haul, and I found an extra one this year and I was so happy. This adds a ton of depth to the tree as well. And then these extra large pine cones were from HomeGoods also. So I have 6 of them, I think. So nice. And you can see how everything has like fuzzies on it. It doesn't matter once it's in the tree, you don't see it. These extra large curly cues are from Michael's, and then the little snowy branches are all from Michael's as well, from the floral department. And then I have some branches with like balls on the end of them, and then more little curly cues. This just adds to that like whimsical I feel like almost like Whoville vibe to it. And again, super easy because I'm not really hanging anything in the tree other than these 4 extra large ornaments, which I start with. And the snow is already in there. That would be a portion of it if you want to see an older video that I've done where I'm actually placing the snow in, but it just adds so much fullness to the tree to do that with the fake snow. It's amazing. And then I stick the pine cones in kind of a dispersed way. You can't really mess this up. I'm telling you, this tree is like the fastest thing for me to decorate. Like I had 1 martini and I was done. And then I put in the branches. I do keep everything categorized. So if I'm doing the pine cones, then I do all the pine cones. That way everything is spread out. And what's really cool is you can kind of line up the branches to where the snow falls on the tree. And then I started doing the top portions. So those branches at the top that light up themselves individually really add a layer of height to the tree also. And I do this in pretty much all my trees. I don't really do a tree topper. I just stick a bunch of branches out the top of it. I don't know if you guys can see which movie is going on in the background there. Bonus points if you can figure it out. I'm on a time lapse right now, so it's not easy, but if you know, you know. So then I added in the little pom-pom balls as well as these little curly cues. I love those curly cues. They were from the floral department at our local grocery store. And then I just stick in all the little pom-poms, and any way is fine. That's why I feel like this would be a really fun tree to do with little ones, or even just for yourself if you don't really feel like getting all fancy. It's super quick, super easy to do, and it looks amazing. And then I have a bunch of those platinum branches that I put throughout the tree, as well as more of the little florally curly cues that are a little bit thinner, very similar to the ones that I put on my candy cane Christmas tree. And then I had to add a ladder. So my brother made me this ladder, but I just DIY'd a ladder this year and I wanted to share it with you guys as to how I did it. It really wasn't anything crazy. I'm sure his version is a little bit more stable than mine, but if you want to check out my elf Christmas tree, I share the entire DIY in that. So I have a little golden white elf. He goes in there, he goes perfectly with the tree. And the tree skirt is also from Michael's. It was like a knitted with fur type of little tree skirt, and I love it. And then I added those little details at the bottom. So any extra branches that I had, I just put them in the sled and that little bin with a bunch of pine cones and some fairy lights. And I had to share all of the details of the tree because I felt like it wasn't picking it up as much as when I got like really close up, but you can see all of the pom-poms and all of kind of like the little snowy details of this tree when you get close to it. And it really is, I love all the trees in our house, but I really love this tree. Just the way that it came together, it was very effortless whenever I did it, and I'm just obsessed with the tree itself, as well as all the decorations that I chose for it, and it's one of my favorite ones that I create every single year. So you could probably do this tree in any color. You could do a pink version of this, you could do a blue, a rainbow, whatever, and you can keep it all to the same jewel tones as well. And I think that the best thing that I did was just keep it, I kept white, and then I went with like a little bit of a platinum gold, and I kept it really, really natural with the pine cones. And doing that extra fluff with the snow just crushed it. So if you guys enjoyed the Christmas tree tour, I will be doing more of these. I plan on sharing my pink Candyland Christmas tree that's upstairs in our bedroom, so be sure to stay tuned. Alright you guys, I hope that you enjoyed the winter white Wonderland tree decoration. I guess you call it like a walkthrough. I quickly want to show you guys what I have on my shelves. So I have a bunch of unwrapped gifts in here that I still need to wrap. Like there's boxes and bags everywhere. So I just put up a couple of extras today, but this was like a new thing that I just got and I want to share it. So I have this like rainbow fairy light. I love the multicolored fairy lights in here. So I kind of stuffed like a bunch behind this little fake book back here, and then the elf is holding some. Super cute. So that's the decorations that I have in here. I have a little Disney ornament and then some elves and whatnot, but here's the thing. Okay, usually these little fairy lights need to be battery operated, and it's really annoying. I'll just be honest, it's really annoying. You have to get like a light switch and stuff. This is new. You don't have to use, so it comes with a battery pack if you want to use it, but see how it's empty? And it has a remote. Ooh. But it's on a USB. So I plugged it to the back of my computer, or you could just get the adapter like from your iPhone or whatever and plug it into the wall, which is what I did on the bar cart. And I thought that was such like a cute thing. So this is just the other half of my office, which I didn't want to go without sharing. And then down here, see all my unwrapped gifts. Andre, don't look. And I've got some Squishmallows here. And then, of course, I took you guys through all of this. I just need to turn on the sticks back here, but I'm very happy with the whole thing. So I will also be sharing my pink tree that is upstairs. I did like a full pink, like very Grinch type of tree, like very Whoville, and I love it. So I will be sharing that as well. And I also plan on doing a couple more decoration type of videos, like taking you guys through how I decorated the main living space, the basement. I already did a house tour, so I can link that down below, but I do want to share as much as I possibly can, because that's what you guys ask the most about, is how did you do the bar cart and how did you do the kitchen and little things like that. So I want to take you guys through that. I'm also going to do a deep clean with me because I know you guys loved that too. And let's face it, after you put up a tree, fake or not, there's a lot of glitter everywhere. There's a lot of remnants. I'm like looking at glitter right now. So we need to do a deep clean before we start entertaining for the holidays. So I'm gonna take you guys through that. If you guys enjoy the home decor, you know, kind of like the behind the scenes like this, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you guys like it. Drop a comment down below. Let me know which tree in the house so far is your favorite. I've got like the elf tree, I've got the Candyland Christmas tree, the winter white tree, if that's more your style. I want to know, like, what's your style of tree? I'm so curious. I've got a country one in the basement, and then I've got the pink one upstairs. There's a lot happening. And then I've got the real one outside. Lord help me. Do you guys like my pajama, by the way? It's the most comfortable thing ever. I will link this down below, as well as every single thing that I talked about in this video, as per usual. Make sure that you're following on Instagram. I will pop it up somewhere on here. That I always hang out on my stories on my Instagram. I always reply to comments. I also have Angie Bellemare Vlogs, which is like the hilarious behind the scenes version of my page, which is a totally other page, so you guys can follow along on there. Carl has his own Instagram. I know you guys love Carl. I actually kicked him out of the room for this video because he was just acting a fool. So make sure that you guys are subscribed, hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, dudes.